This town's exhausting. Yeah, no, guys. It says in the Bible, right, in the Book of Revelation, it says that Earl, the son of Ralph and Mary, the one that looks like Son of Man, is born in the very bowels of hell, in the depths of depravity of human invention to try to eliminate the truth of creation with their own invention. It says that, okay? Some people, oh, you talk about your hometown that way. I was born in Alskowitz. Guys, this is an occupied territory, okay? Through empire building, through territory, through manifest destiny. Oh, shit. Guys, it's one planet created by the glory of God for us to enjoy the life of sacrifice through faithfully loving one another, okay? They have nuclear weapons here that threaten to blow everybody up if they don't accept their war song and their Fort Knox as the standard. Okay. This is a Christian, onward Christian soldiers. It's like, serious fuckingly? And then they get these people, on their tell gay boscas not to let people have drugs to destroy their genitalia like they do with sex offenders. Okay, you get people that think they can take and fuck anybody they want because they can outsmart the other fucker. And then when they catch them, they rot their genitalia off with drugs, right? They do that with people in the military too. It's not fun. It's very uncomfortable. They put it in your food and stuff like that. Saltpeter and all that. They've had it for years. Okay, but and it's very uncomfortable and it's hard on you. It reproduces cancer cells in your genitalia, and you have to find ways just to stay alive to get it out of your system. And all the stuff that they legally use to kill you through genocidal legalese, every time you get it kicked out, they come and spray Roundup or whatever, and it goes right back to killing you again. And then you get obese and you get big in the gut and your body starts trying to shut itself down from within, and it's really horrible. It's very uncomfortable and it's not fun. As far as pain goes, some people have a very high pain threshold because they don't self-destroy. They're not sadomasochistic or sadistic and stuff like that. So they're very strong, and they don't realize it because they do not like pain, because they do not seek pain, because they don't deserve pain, right? Yeah, I had a good communication with this Paris Jackson young lady. Yeah. She's very inquisitive about, being mind fucked, wanting the mind fuck to stop. Another person that has that just used the drugs because he couldn't stand it was Rob Reiner's kid. He hated it. Yeah. He didn't want to kill himself because he didn't feel he deserved to be killed. But he didn't want to live because he hated the way people were living. And no one will listen, so you just take drugs. And it makes sense. Young Turks, we free tonight, but there was nobody listening, so we just ran away. Bitch, Johnny gave birth to a 8-pound baby boy. Young hearts be free tonight. So it's like that. And there's nowhere to go now, like I told Amy in Sierra Vista. I'll run, live to fight another day. Where are you going to run and live to fight another day to get away from the people that have the Sicario movies where G.I. Joe comes flying in out of the sky and kills you in the middle of the night with his thermal glasses and his tech glasses and his miracle ears. And fuck, they're assholes. And they're super elastic, stronger than steel hoses to water all the paper posers, And you're just like, fuck, I'd like some pie, thank you. And so when I'm connecting to my baseline is Emmy Grace. And so, that's where I stay at my baseline. I try to get my slowest soldier to, Mike Flanagan, Couch Potato, me and Henry Kayahui. And people don't understand that. No, I'm just getting everybody through the flight flu that wants to get through. What was the guy's name? Ted Bursty no, it was Ted Bursty. That was a guy from Colville. Ted something, our first guy who got recycled. So when they recycled, you lost somebody. They died. They got pushed back, and the other flight has to keep them alive. You couldn't keep them alive. He wanted to recycle because he just wanted to get kicked out because it was stupid. It was like, he was the smartest guy there. He's just a loser and all that. He got in and goes, this sucks, I want out. He probably got forced in there through economic issues and thought, man, I think I can find better economic issues not to get fucked with these assholes. We thought he was dumb, but you could see the look on his face like, this is bullshit. And he went to the next flight and he got recycled then. I think they give you like 3 strikes and then you're out. And I think he probably knew from somebody, I got to go do this, they're making me do this, but you couldn't do it. And then you get back home, you couldn't do it. I didn't want to do it, right? Or you can be like Pat Holland, just kill yourself. It depends on, the Ted guy that got recycled in our flight probably wasn't conceived by bikers that have a death wish in the back of a Sturgis biker bar. You ever been to a biker bar? They're not fun. Okay. The waitresses look like the daughter from Porky's with really nice bodies, and they will hit on you, and all the other guys get mad, but you're the best guy in the whole bar, and you don't want the other guys to get mad at you. It's not my fault. I'm a better person than you. Okay. And you're with a flaming homosexual to see if you'll fight to the death to protect him, like you would that cop and other people that you jump out to try to protect. Will you do it for him too? So he wants you to love him the same way you love them. And it's like, oh God, you're like, Stephanie, this is insane. And so you're sitting there, and then the girls dancing look like Xena, Lucy Lawless and stuff like that. But they look like they want to kill you. Okay. It's like, she's really hot and she's really sexy, but she looks like she wants to kill me. It's like being in the mailroom with Buddy the Elf, It's not cool. Because you look at her and go, oh my gosh, she's so sexually desirable and attractive. And she's dancing on that pole, but she's gorgeous, but she looks at me like she wants to kill me. It was a biker bar in Scottsdale, Arizona. And I was like, okay, that was it. That was my last strip club. Like when such go, well, how come I thought you were gay. You're the only straight guy in this club who hasn't come to see me dance. Now, I've been there, done that. I'm good. Okay. No more strip clubs for Earl. That was it. Okay, Rodney took me out. And I was mad because I was like, I told him, I said, you trying to get us fucking killed? This is a goddamn biker bar. You're a flaming homosexual and everybody knows it, right? And I'm supposed to be the boyfriend. That was also after it happened with the guy when I was protecting the girl. I was also protecting Rodney. He said he was going to sodomize Rodney with a pipe. I think he wanted to see if I could actually kick the guy's ass. God damn, that man was insane. I love Rodney Drury, but he was just nuts. He was taking drugs to rot his balls off because he hated his old man, didn't want to be like his old man. I don't hate my old man. Okay? And there's so much good things in my dad that I take with me everywhere I go, and I'm never going to give up. I wouldn't trade the world and all its money for the changing of my name. Right? Just because he has tough moments because of jealous bastards like Spencer J. Kimball, Ezra Tappenson, Gordon B. Hinckley, Oodalolly, Russell Nelson, Monson, Oodalolly, golly, what a day! I've got a bank in the surveillance espionage industry, and I always wanted to stay. I want to sell power. I feel powerful. Put my name on the stadium and sell cars and insurance and sell drugs to survive healthcare. Fuck, they're assholes. It says on the field all the things that my dad raised me to be like, but they don't do what my dad raised me to be like. They won't stand up for the Lord's Prayer to save their own children and their own spouse from their own sin. Touchdown, Jesus! Right, here we go. So you're like sitting there, man. I was playing my video game, sir, and I'm looking at the things, and I was looking at all my Invita stadiums, and I'm like, well, there's all these things in my head. I could have done this better. It's like, no, you couldn't. And Suzuki's explaining to me why. And I'm like, what? He goes, Earl. He goes, you're not thinking because of all your brain damage from their abuse. Okay. You used Eastern Michigan Stadium for Eastern New Mexico because they were playing in Blackwater Draw, and you had them expand the stadium from the old stadium, and it looks similar to that, and it has the bowl. Okay, natural choice. Okay. And then NAU, the only choice you had is the Kibbe Dome. Right, and it was one that you borrowed that you made your own in the same way. Cal Poly, the kid chose Ohio for Del Taco Stadium because of the colors and the branding was there, and it's Ohio and California, but it's the only one that will work unless you used a generic stadium, but none of them work as well. It's like, yeah, that was a good choice by the guy who did Cal Poly. West Texas. You made this back in 2014. Okay. Kimbrough Stadium used Arkansas State's. Of course. They look like. Right. The only choice because they didn't have the new one. CSU Pueblo. You didn't use the one for Western New Mexico because they were a rival. And there's not mountains surrounding all of Pueblo. There's only on one side of the stadium, and the other side is flat prairie, Colorado prairie. So you used, because of the colors and the likenesses of the mascot, Northern Illinois, naturally. Okay. And expanded, right. Okay. Colorado Mesa. Central Michigan, naturally. Okay, so yeah, that's a perfect choice. Ratliff Stadium for for UT Permian Basin. You used Bowling Green Stadium. Yeah, because it's flat with the thing and it's just about the same size. It almost looks like Ratliff Stadium, the high school stadium. Right, so naturally. So you used all the ones that you had available to you at the time that would most likely fit the artistic expression of what you were engaging in. Right. And then he said and told me, because when we talked about the other ones with the high school stadiums, it's like, why didn't they give us 20,000 stadium choices? First 20,000 stadium, and then make the attendance size appropriate to the stadium size for the high school stadiums? And why don't they all change color with the things like that? He goes, because it's business. It's the hustlers. It's the players club. The only time you give them everything they want is when you're the only one they want to fuck. And then after she gets older, Constant Wu shows up in the club, and she becomes her pimp, just like what the girl was trying to do with Lisa Ray on the Players. Right. Okay, that's how business works, Earl. First profession. I'm a professional. Man on fire. Why does everybody keep telling me that? I don't wish you had more time. He's a sadistic CIA operative. Okay. I don't wish you had more time. Okay? I want you to submit to faith in the glory of God, to the majesty of worship. Okay? I want you to do it now. Okay? Because we all need it. Children need it. Because it's perfect. Okay? If you don't want to do it, I don't give a fuck about what you want. You're a child molester fucking with people's heads, having them take drugs to rot their genitalia off because they keep getting visions in their brain like I had at Fort Huachuca with the Beverly Johnson drugs for their own daughters and video recording on digital cameras that they didn't think the government could watch anytime they wanted because they're not Bob Saget chipping his wife with the dude from Flight Night diddling her and then telling him all about it because he got off on it like Amy. I can't stand Dick Wolf. Because I made Amy feel inferior intellectually. So Amy would watch his fucking shows and then do the same things to me that the smart people would do to the people that they thought were smarter than them. Yeah. It was horrible. She was so fucking insecure because she felt like she shouldn't be in the marriage. And then because of eternity and the relationship eternally between me and her oldest daughter, she was jealous of her oldest daughter and tortured her. And then her oldest daughter, because of our relationship eternally, knew the spirit of me and I knew the spirit of her, tried to protect me from her own mother. And it wasn't her mother. It was Ezra Taft Benson. It was Spencer J. Kimball. It was Dave Miscavige. It was Tom Cruise. And every other fucking peckerwood with a camera in his hand and a bank account on his ass trying to outdo me with his dick in his ass and his bank account as a professional, and it affects their children. I'm Usher, baby, right? Fucking assholes. Don't worry, I'll come home and give you a massage and some pussy. No, I gave massages to Amy. Even when I was working and paying the bills and she was having cyber sex or sex with assholes at the Cochise Racket and Health Club, I would still, I'd give her a massage and then try to have sex with her, and she'd laugh and tell me I was pathetic because I wouldn't take it. Because I wasn't marine enough for the Jack Reachers, Jack Ryans, and Ethan Hunts watching in the bedroom in the Situation Room at the local deputy's department because it was the boat ride bedroom and he was a sex offender. Yeah, one of the girls I worked with joked with me about the stuff that they joked about watching me in my bathroom. Okay? And he's told her, it's okay. You be nice to him and everything, but watch that guy. He's a pervert. He want to have sex with his stepdaughter. Boy, Cochise County. Can't think of a nicer place to live than Cochise County. What about Doñana County? Oh, half a dozen of one and six of another. I'm a Mesilla Valley sunblazer. Yeah, you're a good Onward, Christian soldiers. That Patriot Act. Boy, David Rockefeller, Ronnie was right about you guys. You caught them with their pants down, Parsons. I didn't mean to. I just want to shut down the post office and Jesuit priest and, I don't want to make little Indian boys. Yeah, I do, because his name ain't Victor. No, his name's Adam Beach. He's not Frank Finchpost. He's Adam Beach. He's pretending for directors and producers to pay bills that don't exist. Yeah, I offered a bird my last cigarette and he bit me. Maybe he's trying to quit. Stop smoking. Yeah, you don't have to. Most of the women I knew in the service that smoked did it to get away from the TIs because they were getting away. They get in the military to get away from abuse, usually sexual abuse, because they were attractive barrio ghetto women, right? And the women in the thing were, yeah, you ever been around mean lesbians that can abuse you and intimidate you? So they would go and smoke to get away from those mean lesbians that were real successful at abusing women and getting them to kill for other people, for rich people. I wonder what Miriam's doing now, and Wilmer and Renee. I hope they're alive and surviving as well as they can. I love those women so much. They told me Linda and John both were dying from cancer. And Tom probably dead too. Boyd was deployed a long time and he's probably no longer with us too. Did Robert get deployed? I don't know. But Robert may have died from saltpeter and fuck. Not everybody can survive. My cousin Jeff got so obese that he could barely fit in his office chair from all the chemical poisoning for pork barrel spending from the U.S. government of our heroes like John McCain. And you never met a better guy that's more empathetic and kind and non-tribal and just loves people and tries to be a good American G.I. Joe hero, than Don Johnson. No, Jeff Parsons. Jean, roses are... I completely adored his wife. She was Filipino. Right. And she really loved Jeff because he was such a nice guy and he's this handsome white guy and he liked her, and that's not supposed to happen. They're just supposed to pay to have sex with us and not marry us. And he married me, He's a stand-up guy. He's a good guy. He took this Filipino home to his girl and said, this is the best girl I've ever met, and she's cute and she's pretty and she loves me, and I'm going to take her home and I'm going to put her, put her in a paper cup, drink it up, love her, and she'll bring me luck, That's how Jeff was with, and that's how my cousin Jim was with his wife, Monica. She's from El Paso. Yeah. He loved her because he goes, she's funny, she likes sports, she's got a good sense of humor. Remember they were on the Newlywed Game, She's going to the bathroom, said, I'm going to go bomb the Chinese. He said, that's when I knew I was going to marry her, right? He said that on TV? It's my cousin, yeah. But yeah, it was funny. Yeah, he's on the Newlywed Game with his wife, Monica, yeah. And so it's true. I wasn't born anywhere south of the border. Just like he's a lot like his dad, yeah. He liked the Mexican girls. Yeah, Uncle Jim liked the Mexican girls. Black and darker than night were the eyes of Felina, wicked and evil while casting a spell. Even the women remarked at the charm she possessed. Yeah, you couldn't help it, man. If you were born and raised there, you go to school and you're looking at them, they're all so dang pretty. God, they're all so pretty. That's the pinche gringo. He's the man. He's the güero. He's the man. He's a, And you're just like, but you're so pretty. Why are you so mean to me? Your dad's a lawyer. My dad's a plumber, right? That's the way I was in Las Cruces. Like, really? I'm the man. Okay, your dad is a lawyer. Your dad is the governor. Your dad's uncle is the governor. You're saying, oh, he's the man. The man is going to... I'm the man, okay? My dad's a plumber, okay? You ever lived in New Mexico and put up with that shit? I didn't get that from the Sices. No. Jeff's dad was a lawyer, okay? My dad was a plumber. But he didn't sit there and say, my dad was the man. It's like, Jeff's dad was like, Jeff was like, Jeff's dad was probably like a personal injury lawyer or something like that. I don't know. It's like, hey, your dad gets screwed just like you're one of us. Okay. Your dad's a plumber. You live down near San Pablo with the Martinez's and the Ponces. Yeah. Okay. Might as well be a government employee. Right. God, I hate this place. Yeah, me too. Let's go get our posters of a little Ethiopian kid starving to death and having a vulture ready to eat it and pounce on it and remind all the people at White Sands, that's you. We are friends to the bitter end, and when you're lost in dire need, who's at your side at lightning speed? Yeah. And as soon as you're ready to die, they're ready to eat your body. You an organ donor? Okay. God dang, I love Ronnie. Oh, I love Ron. He had cancer. I don't know if he's still with us. I don't know if Lorraine is either. Okay. When we were the Thomas Brannigan 3, that was a long time ago, and both of them had health issues. So my sweet Lorraine and my beautiful Ron, my beautiful Redeemer of Galate. Okay. He told me that, I'm too much like Geronimo, and I don't think you could ever get me to believe in my God again, and Usan. But he goes, I think you can, Parsons. I think you can. He used to tell me all the time. That's one of the best compliments you can ever get, especially from an Apache. Okay. I used to think I could never believe in Usan, the one God, but you make me think I could believe in Usan, the one God again. You make me think I could believe the same way as Cochise and Fun, and yeah. Guys, I don't think you guys understand how, that's better than getting counted Kuon 5 times in one night. Wasn't 5 times, it was 6. Oh, that's right, there was 5 of them, 6 times in one night. I forgot about Randy Reed. You're brave, you don't have to drink, you little motherfucker. Booney glared at me, and I'm like, hey man, you earned that. You're so Mormon, and you're one of us, but you won't, No, you were there that night I smoked pot, and it lost me my girlfriend. Because Keith's mom laced it with something, and we all acted like complete asses. And I was like, okay, I'm never doing that again. And I never have. But it set up the thing where, I was acting stupid because of peer pressure. Peer pressure fucked me up with Suzette Gilson. And, once is enough. Like the biker bar in Scottsdale. Okay, I'm done, Like coffee. With Buddy the Elf. You don't have to drink that, buddy. Thank you. Well, that's American coffee. It's shit. If you want real Colombian espressos, it tastes wonderful. I'll get you some. But that American coffee is shit. It's shit. And it does taste like shit. It's like unless you put in this much cream and this much sugar, it tastes like shit. It's shit. Yeah, but you get the espresso, you get the right Colombian coffee. You're like, okay, it's kind of bitter but sweet, but damn, I could get addicted to this stuff. You only need coffee when you need it. If you don't need it, don't drink it. 6 o'clock already. That's why my sister likes coffee so much. Well, because we live in exploitation. Okay. When you go to bed, because you don't have to worry about bills and atomic warfare and the end of the world, because people don't know how to live the Gospels because they don't understand them. Guys, Bob Schuler the other day, he knows. Okay, there's no excuse for him. He fucking knows. He's an asshole. Okay, he's bought in recruiting set up people for voting for genocide operations to go reenact, Midway, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th time. It won't last, but it's all right. Right? Pearl Harbor, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th time. It won't last, but it's all right. Right? The next installment of Supermodel movies. When will? Is it 3510? It's 3510 somewhere. Okay, cut your hair just right. It's the year 3510. Everybody, salute. God's here. It's time for the judgment day. Right? The year 3510. It's funny. Military people get it. 3510. Okay. 3510 is being in compliance of the right facial hair, haircuts, hair not being on those, tied up, not down around your shoulders. 3510. Okay, it's a reg. You have to, when you're wearing your uniform. Okay. If your hair is long, it needs to be tied back in a bun. It cannot be hanging loosely. That will get in the uniform, get in your way, get in the way of you possibly getting stuck in something like Absalom, or, having hair in your face when you're trying to blow off his face with your gun, right? Proper killing, grooming. Oh, and pluck your nose hairs and making sure that, but yeah, my mom got to clip your ear hairs and your nose hairs and stuff like that. I learned that from my sister Val, yeah, which made A lot of the gay guys mad, and I was like, what? Oh, you think I'm gay because I don't let my eyebrows grow together, and I pluck them so they don't get all wolfish. Oh, I didn't, he was sitting there going, you should just let them grow. And I was like, why, you want me to look like Charlie Manson and shit? It's like, no, you lead people. Oh, you Maxine Nightingale. Darn you, Leo. You're so cute. He's very cute. He was a Mexican guy. He's the one that told me that. And what was the other guy's like? There was these two Mexican guys. They're both gay. Really cute. Okay. Both crushed on me. And when Leo told me that, and I'm like, what? And he was like, what? And the other guy agreed with him. He's like, yeah. I have often heard you say, you love me as a friend, but I love you more than anyone. I totally Tom Cruise get it with Richard Marx and John at the... Okay. No, same thing happened with Buddy. Same thing happened with Kip. I've turned down more gay guys and been hit on more gay guys than any of the Mormon presidents, I'm proud to say. And more than, they have to pay money to hit on girls as hot as Constance Wu or Jennifer Lopez. And I've had to turn them down because I was married to a girl or dating a girl that looked like Ella Fitzgerald. Because I made a promise, Mr. Frodo, a promise. That's how gorgeous I am. No, it's true. They have all the evidence. Okay. Yeah. The one girl in town that works at the store that everybody wants to have sex with comes up and says, well, he's being a jerk. Why can't he be you? And do you want to have a relationship? My kids can help raise your kids. And then it goes, no, the courts won't let that happen. I knew. Do I want to be with you? I want to be with you and have your kids help raise my kids to be as good as your kids, the way you raised your kids, as much as I want to breathe, my dear lady. Okay. But let's see if we can't fix a relationship between you and your husband. Yeah, but he still drinks too much on Sundays and passes out and you won't drink. Yeah, but all his buddies at Fort Huachuca will make sure that I have the body of the drunk guy next door instead of the body of the trained killer working at White Sands. Because when I got the body that was better than the trained killer working at White Sands, I had nerve damage in my hands and my feet from chemical poisoning that usually is accompanied by drug addicts or alcoholics, and teeth rotting out. Okay. When Roger Alvarez talked about his teeth rotting out, he drinks alcohol. Well, he'd been doing it since he was a teenager. Okay. And drinks beer. So naturally, he was asking for his teeth to start rotting out because that's what alcohol does to your body. Other people put it in my body. That's how I recover faster. Because it's like a river, okay? When the river is given the opportunity to clean itself, it cleans itself rapidly, okay? If you build another Koch brothers factory and keep putting the shit in, to see whose people you can purchase their DNA on because they have a more efficient metabolism and immune system than you do, but you're not going to get me. 9 times out of 10, you're going to get Nathan Bedford Forrest's DNA. So you're going to get the real crappy, aggressive serial killer from Will Trent. Instead, it's like Dana said online on Facebook. She goes, I went looking for Ralph M. Parsons, the guy who invented aeronautics to have wormholes be able to passively to enter the atmosphere and come in and out of the atmosphere way before they've been doing it with Blue Origin and all that. They just didn't tell you because no one knows what's going on the other side of Area 51. It was like, what was that? It was a UFO. No, it was the government doing shenanigans for political, hey, Midway, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th time. The next installment of Avengers. They're going to save the Earth again. It's a Fantastic Four. Make it no more. Stop. It's the 4 Horsemen. One of them's a chick. She's invisible. Okay, they're nuts. Right? So, but the supernatural stuff that Bobby Schuller was talking about that most people believe, like my family, wasn't supernatural at all. It was Ezra Taft Benson. It was Gordon B. Hinckley. It was Dave Miscavige. It was L. Ron Hubbard. It was the Vatican can't. It was the Pentagon done it wrong. It was the CIA. It was the KGB. It was espionage. It was supernatural forces making you make really bad decisions because the devil made you do it. Yeah, because if you didn't accept their money, they would kill all your family and try to eradicate your capacity to sexually reproduce off the face of the earth with genetic engineering. Yeah, it's supernatural forces from satellites, right? In ancient times, it seems like that because you're not a part of the narrative, because you're Barack Obama, you're Donald Trump, you're Bill Gates, you're Mark Zuckerberg. You're not Earl Parsons. You're not Tetsuro Suzuki. You're not Sun Yat-sen. You're not Jiddu Krishnamurti. You're David Icke with the lizard people on the other side of the moon with that asshole from Britain. They're all monkeys. Okay, you mean Yuji Krishnamurti. Because you ugly. Okay, that pissed me off. Oh, Earl gets vehemently cussy outy. Okay? When people attack Jiddu Krishnamurti. Okay? What had you done about Pops? You son of a bitch, okay? If they had given me to Krishnamurti instead of Twitchell, Gross, and Klemp, okay, I'd have been at that thing and I'd been like, and he'd be like, he'd smile. It's my Earl. That's my little Christ spirit boy over there. And he's cleaning out the temple with his whip. Here he goes. What have he done about? He's spent his entire life trying to eradicate economics to eliminate poverty altogether. And you're a dog barking for your owner because you have a bigger bank account than him, and you think your money gives people security. You stupid fucking dog, go bone yourself, learn yoga, and suck your own dick, because no woman should want to reproduce with you. That's what I would say, and Jude would be like, yeah, what he said. The good manners of Muhammad come after you get cussed out in Solomon's temple by Spirit of King David. Hypocrite! Heathen. If I have to keep cussing you out, you don't get good manners until you submit to living the Lord's Prayer globally. You're not getting near Isaac until I clean your ass up. Do you understand? He's protected by me. Gabe and Mike are protected by me. My whole family's protected by me. And I have the melanoma scars, the liver the size of a football, and the teeth rotting out of my head of a drug addict and an alcoholic to prove it, without drinking booze and without using drugs and without smoking marijuana to survive the fuck for the buck. I am the most amazing man in the history of the 21st century. And if you don't believe that, go tell everybody you're having problems with racism. Race for your life. Charlie Brown. Money can't save you, David. But humble faith and believing in the spirit of your father, no matter if he looks like your grandpa or not, you better show the fuck up. I'd kick the shit out of Captain Marley. I'd bring his ass over there and say, you're going to take care of Sedalia and that boy, okay? I'm going to crunch your balls, okay? That's your son and that's your wife, okay? It's okay. You think you own people on this island. You can be a polygamist. This is your own country, you dumb, rotten son of a bitch. Here you want a moo-moo and a gallon of ice cream and sit there and remember the days when you were fucking Rita Moreno? Stella! Here's your streetcar named Desire. Get your shit together. I'm pissed off. Earl, don't fuck around, man. I'm like Moses on Exodus. I'm like Jesus in Solomon's temple. When I go off, all I see is asses and elbows from cameras, from rapists that try to replace my truth with money to see their porns. You need more hush money? Okay, I have a mushroom-tick penis. I don't care to know. You know, women were more satisfied having sex with Dinkle Man than they were having with Biggus Dickus. Yeah. Lots of women are lesbians. Work the clock, not the clock, right? More women are lesbians than rather be fucked by you because you're a child molesting, fuck your own daughter, because you're tired of your wife, because you're a sick dog in heat. Okay? Don't blame me if Cardi B comes and knocking on my door once the Lord's Prayer is going around going, none of them would help you. I just want to be touched by you and loved by you. You're the right size. You'll hit the spot. The moment we're living the Lord's Prayer and I realize my children are given the Lord's Prayer by your courage, your kindness, and your love, I'm going to have an orgasm in 13 seconds, and I'm going to enjoy it too. Yeah, I tell you, it's like a ride at Disneyland. And 13 seconds, boy, that's a little soon. Could we wait a while? I make it like about 5 minutes, because I would really love to enjoy you for more than 5 minutes. If we do a slow ride, could we do 13 minutes, and then we'd be right on Oprah's schedule? No, Oprah can't come. Because Oprah ain't saying this. It's Cardi B. I want to have sex with Cardi B, not Oprah. Because Oprah's got lots of money and no idea what's whack and what's dope. Cardi B's been brain abused by Oprah's business partners with bad science projects in the Church of Scientology. And if she wants to help sexually heal me, yes, please. Thank you. I love you too. You are so cute. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. You want to live the Lord's Prayer? You are Ella in my Fitzgerald, girl. You are Ella in my Fitzgerald. You're funny. Who wouldn't? Any guy in his right mind would be like, she wants to sexually heal me because she sees the light now? And she's going to be my mini pearl to my Hank Williams? I saw the light. Okay. Leave the lights on because I want to party with the lights on because I want to take all this in because, damn, I'm just watching sunrise over the Grand Tetons. And I'm muy happy. Muy excited. Okay, I love you too. We're not going to call you. I'm going to call you Carla Wishes. I'm going to call you by. You don't want the name of those people. They were assholes and tried to make you into Billie Holiday prostitution star to pay their bills. Okay, well, I don't want to call you after booze. I'm going to call you my little Ella. Con ella. Yeah, come on. Con ella. Let's go get a room. No, they can't see. No. Camera 1, camera 2. That's all the cameras that are going to be in the room. Come on. You don't have to look at me. Are you kidding? You're the most beautiful man in the world. Thank you. Do you want me to put a light bulb in my mouth? I love Uncle Fester too. Okay, guys, I love you.